If you are a parent, a guardian, an overseer, I need you to listen. You may be a mom or dad, a grandparent, an aunt or an uncle. You can even be a cousin or a sibling. But if you have children in your care and you are the authoritative figure in their life, I need you to listen. These children, our babies, they spend the majority of their time in our presence, outside of school and extracurricular activities. We are the greatest voice of influence in their lives. Our actions are the greatest influence in their lives. Our conversations with them is the greatest influence in their lives. They're watching us. They're watching our conversations. They're watching our actions. They're watching our demeanor. They're watching our responses. They watch how we manage our relationships. They watch us emotionally, how we deal with trauma, how we deal with abuse, how we deal with neglect, how we deal with fear, how we deal with anxiety. They're watching how you deal with fear. They're watching how you deal with the word no. Do you feel rejected after you've been told no? Do you feel abandoned after you've been told no? How are you responding? How are you responding to your children? How are you responding to the environment around you, your relationships? How are you communicating? Is it healthy and whole? How are you managing disappointment and discouragement? What words are coming out of your mouth? Are they positive or are they negative? Because you are the greatest, we are the greatest influences in our children's lives. They're watching us. They're watching us in our dysfunction. They're watching us in our toxicity. They're watching us in our trauma. They're watching us being physically abused. They're watching us as parents being verbally abused. They're watching us being psychologically abused. We are the greatest influence in our children's life. The time that we spend with them will shape the course of their future, the course of their identity, the course of the direction for their life. The time that we spend with them, the conversations that we have with them will determine how will they communicate in this life, how they deal with their relationships, how they handle situations. We are the greatest influence. No, we don't control their destiny, but we play an important role in their growth and their development and their maturity and building up their confidence and helping them discover their identity and helping them be secure in who they are. We are the ones they look to. We're the ones they're seeking guidance from. They're the ones. Your conversations with them, your behaviors toward them, your actions develop their character. It develops their insecurities, their doubts, their fears, any trauma they have to deal with. You, as a parent, children's brains are developed early in age. And we are, as parents, are part of that development. What are you doing? What are you saying? Are you building up? Are you tearing down? Are you encouraging them? Are you discouraging them? We, as parents, sometimes are the greatest threat to our children's development, to their success, to their growth, to their maturity. Yeah. It's not the peers. It's not the world. A lot of times it's us as parents, because we're grooming them for a world. We're grooming them when they get out of our households, when they're on their own. What can they say? Can they stand firm on what you taught them? Because you taught them some convictions. You taught them how to stand on integrity. Have you taught them how to be firm in who they are? Have you taught them how to navigate life? Have you taught them how to accept no without feeling rejected or abandoned? What are we teaching our children? Are we teaching them how to fold under pressure? Are we teaching them how to self-doubt themselves? Are we teaching them the search for love outside of themselves, when love should be within them? Love should be the first thing they receive from you, from us as parents. We are the first love that they will ever experience. The love that we show them will be the love they respect when they get into the world. Are you teaching them love with strings attached? Are you teaching them love based off their works? Are you teaching them love unconditionally, in spite of their mistakes, in spite of their faults, in spite of their shortcomings? Listen, we are the greatest influence in our children's lives. They are depending on us to teach them and to train them and to lead them and to guide them, and they can develop a healthy mindset, and they can evolve emotionally healthy, and they can maintain healthy relationships, and they can learn how they're gonna be hurt in life, but how to heal and not to allow that trauma to define who they are. Parents, guardians, overseers, please listen. I'm about to say some things, and I pray that you do not harden your heart, but you will open up your heart. If it does not pertain to you, it doesn't pertain to you. But if it does pertain to you, I want you to take the word. I want you to pray over the word. I want you to inspect your life. Inspect the fruit that is coming from your life. If it's your truth, sit in your truth. No parent is perfect. But if you can identify that these are some of the things that you're doing, you can make a change today. It's a choice. We all have a choice, and you have a choice to choose. The first thing I'm going to say, a lot of you suppress your children. You tell them to shut up, to be quiet, go sit down somewhere. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to listen to you. This is how you treat them. But they have been given emotions because they're emotional beings, to express themselves, to tell you how they feel. There are so many young children. They're dealing with depression. They're battling with the thoughts of suicide because they want to be heard. And nobody is listening. They want to know they're being heard. First of all, from you, as a parent, as a guardian, as an overseer, the one that say, I love you. The one that says, I'm here for you. They want to hear from you. They want to come to you. They want to talk to you. They want to express themselves to you. And I'm not talking about being disrespectful. I'm not talking about being outside, being rebellious. I'm not talking about being defiant. I'm not talking about them disrespecting you and dishonoring you. But I'm talking about them coming to you in a way that they know I can come to you and you will not judge me. I can come to you and your ears will be attentive to my cry, because I'm crying out because I want to be heard. But when you suppress them and you tell them to shut up and to go sit in the corner, guess what you're doing? You're causing the world to silence them. Because if they have no voice at home, they will not know to have a voice in the world. So they will allow the enemy, the world, to suppress their voice, to silence them from saying what needs to be heard. Second, if we don't help develop their confidence and who they are, and to stand firm and who they are, the world can tell them who they're not. Third, train up your children in the way that you want them to go. Because if you do not, it allows the world to train them in a way that they should not go. Fourth, we don't teach them how to properly channel and control their emotions, which then allows their emotions to control them. 5, we don't teach them how to value themselves, to know their worth, to know their potential, to know what they carry. And it allows, when we don't do that, it leaves room for everybody else to abuse them and to misuse them and to neglect them, because they don't know their value and they don't know their worth and they don't know their identity. 6, we're not teaching them that the word no, N-O, is necessary and it's valuable in life. So what happens is they look at the word no as being a form of rejection and abandonment. We got to teach them that no is important. No is necessary. No is valuable. No will save their life. No will protect them. That even when no is spoken, it's not to be used as a form of rejection. And most times, it's a form of protection. 7, we're not teaching them how you're not teaching them how to respect you as a parent, an authoritative figure, as being in a position of authority. So guess what happens? They fight against every word spoken from a place of authority. They challenge every word that's spoken from a place of authority. That is a wrong place to be in. Teach your children how to respect those in authority. Teach them how to submit to those in authority. So many lives are being taken because we fail to respect, we fail to recognize authoritative figures. They may not agree, and it may not be just and fair. You can deal with that after the matter. But in the matter, teach your children, especially your young men, how to respect authority, especially those in law enforcement. Because we're seeing so many lives being taken because we don't know how to just submit. We don't know how to deal with the battle. It's the way we deal with the battle. You don't fight the battle in the midst. Submit to it. After it's over, then we fight the battle. And we do it the right way. Too many lives are being taken because of ignorance and emotional and relational intelligence They're lacking, our young men are lacking emotional and relational intelligence. Next, we're not teaching our children that every action doesn't warrant a reaction. So they respond out of a place of, they respond out of a lack of emotional intelligence. Every action does not need a reaction. Teach your children that. Teach them. Because what happens is our mouth, our tongue, it becomes a snare for us. It traps our children. It puts them in places that will harm them. Because they don't know how to close their mouth. They don't know how to be humble and submit. They don't know how just to be quiet. Now this is the time you tell them to shut up and to sit down. But we got it backwards. When they need to talk, we want to suppress them. When they need to shut up, we want to encourage them to talk and be rebellious and defiant. No, every action does not warrant a reaction. It's not about what's being said, what you're called, but what you answer to. Learn how to choose your responses wisely. Teach your children how to respond out of a place of wisdom and not of a lack of emotional intelligence. Next, we don't show our children what effective communication looks like. So they communicate out of a place of insecurity, brokenness, fear, pain, doubt, and hurt. Parents, guardians, overseers, let's examine ourselves. Because we are our children's greatest influence. What are we teaching them? Whether objectively or subjectively, whether consciously or unconsciously, we are teaching them something. Whether you believe it or not, they're watching you. They behave in the same manner you behave. They speak in the same tone that you speak. They respond in the same way that you respond. Yeah. They're watching us. They're watching us. Let's pay attention. Let's set up our children for success and not failure. Let's set them up for greatness. I pray that what has just been spoken, that you don't become offensive with a word, but you would take that word and you would meditate on that word. And if that word applies to you, that you would take that word and you'll work that word and allow the word to work in you. Pray and ask God to help you be that parent, that guardian, that overseer that you desire to be. That you can operate out of a place of positive influence for your children. And if God is not a thing for you, well then whatever you serve, whoever you seek guidance from, whatever you seek revelation from, I ask you to seek on behalf of your children, so that you would no longer be a threat to them, but you'll be the greatest influence they have ever had in their life. Be blessed.